Hello friends. In our video on rubric anger, we have defined anger and the approaches for dealing with it. One of the ways to deal with anger is to suppress it. If you have not seen the video on rubric anger, you can click here to watch it. The suppressed anger may find another outlet such as physical symptoms, or it may grow to an extreme. There is a popular saying, probably by Gautam Buddha, that holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal and you are the one who gets burned. Similar is the case with our today's personality, that is Staphysagria.
Disclaimer. This video contains information on homeopathic remedy. The purpose of creating this video is to spread information and knowledge about this remedy. We strongly discourage any self-consumption of medicine without a qualified doctor's consultation.
Welcome to another video by Visual Designers. Myself, Dr. Dimple Dalal. Let us start our discussion on Staphysagria, a remedy for those who suppress their anger. Staphysagria is very mild and gentle. They are civil, kind and dignified people. They have a gentleman's quality. They are very polite and soft-spoken. They are so polite that even if they hate a certain person's company, they will never be rude to them. They do come across as very sweet because they are gentle and considerate, and few of their friends and associates ever realize the extent to which they have repressed their real feelings. Underneath the Staphysagria's sweetness is a great deal of fear, and underneath that is anger. So what is this fear about? Staphysagria is a very sensitive type. They are very sensitive to opinion of others, very sensitive as what others say about them. They will often function relatively well in society since they are at pains to fit in and has often developed a smooth manner in public, knowing the right things to say at right times. This sensitivity is due to fear of rejection by the loved ones or by the society. They learn to avoid the pain of rejection by being good, so good that they become utterly compliant, incapable of expressing opposition to anything. So this was about the fear of Staphysagria. But as we mentioned, there is anger beneath this fear, and this anger is the prime cause of all Staphysagria's ailments. There are ailments from mortification, indignation, suppressed anger, and unmerited insults. There is a great indignation about things done by others or by himself. He grieves about consequences. The commonest cause of resentment is rejection, especially when the rejection is done in an aggressive, hurtful way. Being too dignified, whatever is the emotion, especially the anger and resentment, Staphysagria always tries to suppress it for years together. In the face of aggressive opposition, he is likely to either back down or to reason politely. And if this does not placate his adversary, he is liable to tremble with fear and to be physically sick after the encounter. He suffers. He does not speak it out, but controls it and then suffers from it. When the person's anger and resentment is not expressed, the force of it rebounds upon the body, producing physical symptoms. He has sleepless nights and many days of fatigue, brain fag for days and weeks. He cannot add or subtract, makes mistake in writing and speaking, loss of memory with a sense of weight between the eyes, etc. The person becomes indifferent and low-spirited. Staphysagria appears modest and charming because they are not trying to prove anything. What they are trying to do is to avoid their deeper feelings. They find it difficult to express themselves. Staphysagria's anger is often so well suppressed that it is not only unexpressed, it is not even felt, and their place is taken by fear of displeasing others. This makes the Staphysagria mild and appeasing. They are the mildest, gentlest soul one could imagine, but their mildness is not healthy. It results directly from their desperate attempt to avoid aggression and prevents them from ever being really themselves. In spite of lot of suppressed anger and multiple grief, there is no bitterness in Staphysagria. Fear of upsetting other people very often sends Staphysagria into paroxysms of indecision, particularly when he is trying to accommodate the wishes of more than one person. So we have seen that Staphysagria suppresses anger, but there is a limit to everything. Now, let's see how Staphysagria behaves when this limit of suppression is breached. Staphysagria is sitting on a reservoir of turbulent emotions. They generally manages to keep the lid screwed down tight, but occasionally circumstances prise it open and they are suddenly astonished at the intensity of their own feelings. Once Staphysagria's old subconscious anger has been brought to the fore, it attaches itself to the present circumstances, generating seemingly endless resentment towards the one who rejected them. There may have been genuine cause for anger in the way in which they were treated, but irrespective of the cause, Staphysagria's anger will take more than few outbursts to diffuse, since there is a huge reservoir of past anger feeding it. When the Staphysagria's anger outbursts, they become violent and will throw things here and there without aiming. Another way to release their anger is through wild adventure. They need the thrill of reckless and dangerous antics to purge the tension that resulted from suppressing anger. There is very close connection between lust and aggression, and the suppressed anger of Staphysagria tends to fuel their libido. As because they are shy, mild, and are unable to express their feelings, they suppress their sex desire, leading to excessive masturbation, and after that they have guilty feeling and then they get depressed. So this is in short about Staphysagria. If you have found value in this video, please like and share it with others. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so now. Please provide your valuable feedback. Thanks for watching. Bye.